Welcome. This is fantastic, guys. This is why we got this new building. I love seeing it fill up like this, and thank you so much for being here. We're kicking off our Point personal development series, year 2. So we started this last year, and we love what it brought to our organization. Those of you who are here for the first time, I'm Theron Anderson. I do all the operations for the company. So I'll be working with you if you're selling, getting your housing set up, getting all your software, your money, your cards, everything. So I look forward to working with you guys. But yeah, we just love having a headquarters like this. We were up in Orem in a lot smaller place, and we threw down. We decided to go all in on this new building so that we could do stuff like this. And last year we started doing these trainings to just add value. This is open to the public, so we're going to do one of these every month leading up to the summer, and it's open to the public. So invite your friends, family, whether they want to sell or not. If they just want to get better, we want them here. So and there's no better way to kick off this first one than who we have here tonight. But this is Randy Garn. We went big for this first one. Randy's awesome. New York Times best-selling author. Ernst and Young's Entrepreneur of the Year previously. And he's all about investing, adding value, building companies. He's going to have some fantastic things to share tonight. And I'm not going to waste any more of your time. So let's hand it over to Randy. Welcome, Randy.
All right, everybody stand up for a minute. Stand up. I want you to stand up. Let's get some energy going here. I want you guys to repeat after me. I can. I will. I must. Stop. I can. I will. I must. Everybody as close as possible. So you stand, come on up. I want you in the front. I want to fill this in. Come on, shake and bake. Move on up here. Don't be hating, participate. Let's go. Let's go. Come on up. Come on up. You know, this is a fun night. Come on in. It's coming here. There we go. I got to go around and shake a lot of your hands. Who got some J-Dogs in them? You know what? Her dad, her dad's J-Dogs. Am I right? This young lady.
No, her dad's name is Randy. That's what she said.
Randy.
Perfect. My dad's name is also Randy.
That's such a good name. Come on up. Come on up. So you guys can sit down now. I'm going to share with you guys. You know, it's funny when how many of you guys know Gabe Sheridan? Who knows Gabe?
Yeah.
He's the man, the myth, the legend. I love him like a brother. We were roommates in college. Can you believe that?
Wow, that's crazy.
And we actually knocked doors together too. I did pest control, and in San Diego with a young man named Gabe Sheridan and another young man named Jacob Board. Can you believe that?
Jacob's watching. He's watching.
Is he on?
Yep.
All right, is Jackson on too? Who else is on?
Gabe's on. Austin's on. We got about 10 people.
All right, let's get this going. So, when we get that going, you know, I can, I will, I must. I want you guys to be thinking about that as I go through this presentation. You know, Gabe called me and he's like, "Hey, Randy, I got to ask you something. Do you believe in free speech?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I believe in free speech." And he's like, "Hey," I said, "this is a free country, right? I mean, yeah." He's like, "Well, you come speak to my group for free." So, you know, it's funny. I actually tomorrow I'm flying out and I'm speaking to 6,000 entrepreneurs in Atlanta about what I'm going to share with you guys tonight. I'm just getting warmed up.
Wow.
I'll be out there with John Maxwell and Mylad, Amberly Vago, like a bunch of just amazing people. Jesse Itzler, but some really, really fun people. I have an opportunity to work with some pretty amazing high performers. Some of the things that I'm going to share with you tonight is my partner Brenda Richard spent about $13 million on research about what are the 6 most important habits you need to have to be a high performer? How many of you guys feel like you're high performers? Yeah, yeah, baby. I'm talking about how many of you want to be high performers? All right, kind of maybe a little bit, coach. I mean, no, everybody has high potential, but not everybody's high performer. Right? Why is it that, you know, I can go out my first year and crush it on the doors, you know, and have success, and then have success. What I'm going to teach you is habits that you can use the rest of your life. So that's really kind of my thoughts and ideas here. If you go through here, I'll just share with you, you know, I'm going to talk about high performance teams, and I'm going to my partner, Brendan Burchard, he's the founder and CEO of High Performance Institute. I'm partnering with him on it. And we actually did research in about 190 countries. We had 300 interviews with leaders in 11 countries, 180 survey participants, 2,000 online education users, and 80,000 high performance coaching sessions. We've done over 100,000 now. So I want you guys to think about we're going to watch this in a minute. But what do you guys think are some habits that will help you succeed in life? And, you know, we all have habits. We have good habits. We have bad habits. We have mediocre habits. But what are the high performing habits that you need to have? What do you guys think? I want to hear what you think as we dive into this. Oh man, give me your name when you get it. Kyle, what's up, bro?
Consistency.
Consistency. Love it, dude. That's a great one. What do you think?
My name's Stu. This ain't getting up early.
Get up early? Okay, that could be a good one too. Because we're gonna go through the six most high performing ones. Those are great. Anybody else? Coach, give me your name.
My name's Ethan.
Ethan.
I was thinking mental toughness.
Okay, mental toughness, okay? Mental fortitude. What do you think, bro?
I'm gonna say proactivity.
Proactivity, to be productive. Okay, so you remember that one. I'm gonna see if I can get this to, I don't know why it's doing this. I want you guys to watch this real quick. This is a video of 1950s Formula One race. This is 1950s. I want you to think about high performance, okay? This is a pit stop. And this was one of the fastest pit stops. Like, this is like they're going nuts. You got a guy, you know, wiping down the windshield. You got a guy changing the tire, getting the lug nuts. I mean, they're giving it everything they've got right now.
Is this F1?
Yeah, it's F1, 1950s. Yeah, you got another guy changing the tire. I mean, this is amazing.
Yes, boy.
Look at this. I mean, this is life. This back then. Listen. How many seconds? 67 seconds just after stop. So they're like, that's freaking flying. Now I want you to look at this is high performance. This is 2013. Here we go. Now don't miss this. All right. Now this is point pest control right here. This is how we do it here. We're not slow. We're not wasting anybody's time. Once they're watching the driver come to the line, here comes Jacob Ford. He's driving that thing. They're going, Jacob, he's down there. Okay, now let's talk about that. What was the difference between 1950s and that race team right there? Give me your name.
Andrew.
Andrew, talk to me.
Well, I was going to tell you one of the skills of high performing people seems to be influential because you can't do it by yourself. And so you saw the team was bigger on the second crew.
So you're saying developing influence is a habit.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this kid. Guys, Andrew's gonna go places, man. This is for real. Let's give it up for this man. Why teamwork so important to be a high performer?
Well, I mean, you look at the biggest names in tech, for example, they're not doing it by themselves. They got teams upon teams upon teams.
Right.
And that's not just tech, it's everything.
And to recognize that, right, is important. What else? What else did you notice the difference between those two, like 1950s and like, well, how point pest control is today? What else? What else did you notice? What else was changed? What was evolved? Kyle.
They were ready to roll. Like they were all waiting there as soon as the car pulled in. They were ready to get to work.
Dude, you can tell they're like, dude, let's go. They're like all lined up, ready to go. The other guys in the other words is like, whatever. He's like, we'll get to it. Like, think. You know, and the other ones are like, let's go. And then they're just like, dude, we got this. We won. We're winning this thing. That's it. That's what, like, you got energy. You got some excitement. You're ready to rock and roll, right? So this is what high performance means. Now, I want you guys to think about this. You guys can take notes. I'll actually send this presentation as well to Aaron and Jacob and Gabe. High performance means succeeding consistently. We said consistent, okay? Over the long term, while maintaining well-being and positive relationship. Back to Andrew. So why is well-being so important to be high performance? Why is that so critical? Community.
Joshua,
Josh.
it allows you to be consistent over time without wearing down or being decayed.
Okay, what does it mean to have well-being? Who can tell me what that means? What is well-being?
Health.
Okay, your health. Who said mental toughness? Is that we're okay? Like health? What else?
I think
Community.
well-being is like a connection between like the soul part of you and the physical part of you. All together, there's like wellness between soul, body, mind.
Well, love it. Because a lot of times in life, it's like we don't have a time management issue, we have an energy issue. It's like when you hear people, I don't have time to do that, like, and they sound so tired, it's like, I don't got time. What if you actually had great well-being? You were strong mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. That's what it means. Like you wake up excited to live, excited to accomplish, excited to be productive. Okay. What about positive relationships? So what blew us away about high performance? High performance doesn't mean like being the only winner. Like high performance means that you care about the relationships in your life. Why is that important for you guys to learn as a pest control company? Why is it important for you guys to learn as you go out? Why are building and maintaining relationships important? What do you guys think?
Well, you're here because of a relationship you built on the doors, right?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here because I literally lived in the same apartment as Gabe Cherrigan back in Rick's college, back in the day. We were both dating. He was dating another girl, and Amy's amazing. I'm glad that he married her. But I'm here because I literally, I love relationships. And I love high performing relationships. Some of the people that I met doing pest control, like my business partner became Ethan Willis, and we built a pest control company and sold it. And then we built a very, very large company. Our building was right here. It had close to 900 employees, and like it was just so fun. But I met him doing pest control. Changed my life. I met Jacob Borg doing pest control. I kicked his butt, and I kicked Gabe's butt. But I remember doing that. I met these guys at Rick's College, and I was a student body president at Rick's College that the first year. They went out, and I stayed back. And then the next year, like, dude, we made tons of money. Let's go. I'm like, I'm going to get married. I need some cash. Like, necessity is also a very important thing for high performance. Like, sometimes it's like, you got necessities. You got things you got to do. You got bills you got to pay. You got life you got to make. And when I did it, when I committed to it, when I made the commitment to Ethan, I was like, I am going to be the very, very best #1 year rep. And I remember telling him that. I said, I'm going to freaking rock it because I need to, because I got to buy a wedding ring. I got to think about rent. Like, I didn't come from like wealth. And I was like, dude, I'm going to do this. I was committed to excellence. So that's some of the things you got to think about as you do this. This is what high performance feels like. When you know you're in a state of high performance. Who wants to read that for me? Who can read it loud? You want to read that for me, Coach? Go for it.
Okay. High performers said, it feels like full and engagement, joy, and confidence that comes from giving your absolute best.
Okay, this is it. Like, it feels like full engagement, joy, and confidence that comes from giving your absolute best in what you do. You know, how many of you guys want to just kill it this year and crush it and break some records? Let me see your hands. I love this, dude. This is different than when I asked you guys if you want, when high performers before, I had like 4 of you. Now I said, like, who really wants to kick it this year? Kill it.
Let's go.
Let's do it. I want you guys to get it. I can. I lost. Ready? I can. I must. That's the kind of hunger I want in your hearts. That's the kind of fire. Fire. If you want to be, that's what you do. You commit to excellence. Everything from marriage to friends to whatever job it is, you will never go hungry, ever. You'll have the home you want to have, you'll have the life you want to have, and you take charge of your own life because you can do this. I will, I can, and I must. That's what high performance is. That's how we get it done. That's how we get it done at Point, but that's how you get it done in your lives. You put that kind of energy towards it. You guys with me on this?
Sir.
That's it. We're gonna go. So this is the first habit. Nobody said this one. But the number one thing I want you guys to do is that I was on a mission my first year doing pest control. I set a what? What did I set? I set a goal. I set a goal. I said, I'm going to sell 500 accounts because if you sold 500 accounts, you've got to go to Hawaii. I said, I'm going to take my new bride to Hawaii. I've never been. I've barely been out of Idaho. You know? But in my mind, I was like, I had a vision at the end of the year, I was going to hit 500 accounts. So this is the very first one, to seek clarity. Know exactly what you want. What are some ways to seek clarity? What are some things you guys do to seek clarity? And I love this age group because I'm actually remembering when I was with Gabe and Jacob on the doors. I remember it was like yesterday. And I mean, we're talking, this is 1997 to 96. Like this is way back in the dark ages. This is BG. This is before Google. I mean, seriously, we had pagers. I'm not kidding. We had pagers on the door. Ethan would text us and he'd be like, dude, next one to get a cell, I'm sending your girlfriend flowers. Next one to get a cell, we're doing this. Like it was crazy. It was the E-Dog challenge. So what do you guys, how do you seek clarity? I'm going to share with you guys some stuff. Young lady.
Meditation.
Okay, meditation is phenomenal. Awesome. Why is that so critical to seek clarity?
It keeps me grounded. It keeps my mind grounded.
Keeps you grounded, huh? Amazing. All right, I'm in.
How you get your priorities straight and set goals that are actually worth fulfilling.
Okay, it's how to set your priorities straight. I always say if you don't have your own goals, someone else will use you for theirs. Right? So you get your priorities straight. You know exactly what you're going to do every single day. And I love it. Okay, my man, give me your name.
Tanner.
Tanner.
Sounds super like Oprah-ish, but creative vision board.
Okay.
I put together like a bunch of things I want for that year to accomplish, 5 years, 10 years.
Okay, it's not.
Pictures.
It's not old fish. It's actually it works. It works. In fact, even the beginning of last year, 2021, I said, this is how much money I want to make. These are some of the partnerships I need to land. These are some of the things I want to do physically and emotionally. You know, and I look back in the year and it's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but this year I hit them all because I wrote them down. I literally, like, you manifest it and then you go out and freaking make it happen. You know, I'll tell you one thing that I do, and I love it that this guy's taking some great notes and journaling. I journal. I am a massive journaler. I started journaling on my mission and I never stopped. But high performers actually, they seek clarity, envision the future strategically and consistent in your life. So this is my life hack. I journal every single night. I will journal tonight. And I write there are 3 things that I ask, and this is it. 1, what miracles did I see today, and how did I see the hand of God in my life? 2, what are the 5 most important things that I have to do today, that I must do today? What are those 5 things that are immovable, and no matter what, before I go to bed, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get this contract done. I'm going to make that hard phone call that I need to make. I'm going to reach out to this individual that I need to let. I write 5 things that I have to do every day, and it has changed my life. And then I write 5 people that I'm going to reach out to, and that I'm going to serve, and then I'm going to touch them. I'm going to call them. I'm going to write them a handwritten note, Because that, you guys will find out that your most valuable assets that you're building right now are the friends and the relationships that you will meet. I don't know if you two are gonna like build a big, huge software company together one day or do something. I didn't know I was gonna become a partner and build a massive, massive company with two of the people that I met doing pest control. You know, you never know what you're gonna learn, but I will tell you, this is the greatest groundwork to get into a great habit. Are you gonna wake up early? Are you gonna milk everything out of every single day and give it your all while you're out there? I did not take lunch. I was telling this to Jacob on the way. I literally put tiger milk bars is all we had back then. They're disgusting and they're not good for you. That's all they had back then. So I like pack 4 of them in there. And every hour and a half, I would eat one and I just kept on cooking. Because I knew that I had to get 10 a day to get an MBA, a major bank account. Right? Like 10 some a day to get my MBA. That's all I needed. Right? And still to this day, I don't take lunch. I've gotten that habit where I'm going to be as productive as I can with the time that I have. You know, so it's a really, really good, important business meeting, but I don't waste time in my life. I don't. So seeking clarity is so critical. The next one is to generate energy. Who do you know that has good energy in your life? Okay. This is how God made me. I don't know why, but I put a little extra drop of energy in the badge. Who has good energy in here?
Yeah,
Huh? Theron does?
absolutely.
You want to know? My brother, you got some good energy. Who else? Who loves life?
Love it.
To be alive. Who loves free?
Love reading.
Like this is how point breaks records. Yeah, the other guys in 1950s, remember, think about the 2 cars. Like you can come in and you can be like, bing, bing, bing. You can sell like 200 accounts this year. But what if you want to sell 800? You got to have good energy. You got to get after it. What if you want to like have joy in your heart, happiness? This is it. Cultivate and sustain high levels of energy, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So I always, if my energy's low, I will do push-ups in my office. I will go walk around. I will do some jumping jacks. Like people are attracted to people with great energy. They're like, dude, I want to be around them. I want to be with them. What are some ways you guys generate good energy? I want to hear from you guys. What are some ways you maintain great energy?
Listen to a favorite song.
Okay, music.
Yep.
Me too, bro. What's your
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
song?
There's this one song by AJR that
Yeah.
just like, I don't know why, but it just clicks. And
You
I'll just
give it
turn
to
on and just the energy will go up every time.
Dude, who else likes music? Dude,
Like that.
dude, I crave music when I wake up in the morning. I wake up at 5:15 every morning and I got a freaking playlist and I am going, dude. That's right. It wakes me up. Okay,
Yep.
music is a good way to get good energy. You get your vibe going.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
gets rid of your stinking thinking, right? It's it. Coach, give me it.
Listen to David Goggins.
Okay, you listen to David Goggins. Besides the F words, everything else is right. I mean, he gets you fired up. He's amazing. I mean, that's it. Like, listen to good things. Listen to good podcasts. What you tune into, you turn into. You understand it. So, what are you listening to? What people are you with? Who are you hanging around with? Do they have good energy? Do you love, like, and respect them? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else got some ideas on energy? What are you going to do to maintain energy this summer? Oh man.
I think just like looking around for the good things in life and not focusing on like what sucks.
Yeah.
Just like focusing on the good.
Yeah, you're looking up, right? Not looking down. Like looking at the positive things, looking for all the blessings. That's why my first thing is, what miracles did I see today? I put myself in a state of gratitude every single time. Count your blessings, not your burdens. It's a great way to maintain great energy. Buddy Andrew.
For me, it's kind of listening to myself, listening to my body, my thoughts, my emotions.
Yeah.
One of my favorite speakers, Les Brown, he says that if you go around trying to convince other people of what you're doing, what's going to happen is you're going to give up on your dreams.
Yeah.
And so for me, channeling spirit, meditating, things like that for myself, allow me to recirculate my own energy.
When you think about that, you can feel, I'll be with us tomorrow. Les is going to be super good event. Yeah, amazing. Aaron,
You gotta laugh. You gotta have fun.
okay. Yeah, joy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's me, dude. I'm usually the CPO at every company. I'm usually the chief party officer. It's like, dude, it's like, you want to be with that person. You want to like, people want to surround you. You're going to need to recruit. When you're on the doors with people, one of the things that I always try to do was I made them laugh. It's funny that you said that because it is. It generates a different kind of energy. Like have fun. One of my keys in life is never be boring, never be predictable. That way you'll always be members. Okay. You can generate some great energy that and have a ton of fun. Don't take life too serious, but work freaking hard. Okay. All right. You guys ready for the next one? Who thinks? What's the next one? Have we got any ideas? These are sequential too, by the way. They build upon each other. Right? What's the next one?
Take action.
Okay. Who said that? There. Okay. Raise necessity, which is an emotional drive, great performance, a must instead of a preference. It is a must. I can, I will, I must, right? I can, I will, I must. You guys ready? Let's do it again. I can, I will, I must. That's raise necessity right there. We're going to talk about this one. Why is this different than goal setting? Why is raising necessity different than goal setting? What's the difference? Huh?
It drives you.
It drives you, right? Setting a goal. How many of you guys set some New Year's resolutions? How many of you 100%? Keep your hands up. How many of you set New Year's resolutions? I want you to be honest here. This is the time of truth right here. How many of you have kept every one of them? Keep them up if you have. If you haven't, I love to see it. You guys are high performers. This is it. Raise necessity. All right. So raising necessity is basically like I'm going to hit 500 accounts and no matter what, I'm going to do it. I was behind. I knew how many I knew a day to get. When I fell behind, I knew that I needed 13 instead of 10. I had to get 3 more to make it up by the end of the year. I was short on the 4th of July. Nobody else went out and worked but me and Justin Thielen because I was going to hit my goal. We went out and sold 6 accounts on the 4th of July. We're like, dude, people are having barbecues and we were giving 4th of July specials. It's the same exact price of every other day. It's American and we're here. Let's get your bucks. Hey, thank you so much for that. Christmas. That's like, are you going to do everything that it takes to do it? You know, that's what I'm talking about. These are habits that I want you guys to use, not just with point, but the whole freaking rest of your life. The things that I learned doing pest control made such an impact and such a difference. Like that's when we started working out every single day. Like we set some goals physically, even during that summer. You know, not I was getting married too, so I needed to be like, was fighting night, dude. We gotta get ready. Gotta get ready. So that's it. Raise necessity means like I am no matter what, I'm going to hit that goal in my life. No matter what, I'm going to finish college. No matter what, I'm going to finish this book. No matter what, I'm going to get in this kind of shape. You guys with me on that?
Sir.
Yeah.
All right. Who's got the next one? What do you think the next one is?
Something about action.
Okay. About increased productivity. First, you have clarity. When you have clarity, you will gain natural energy. When you don't know where the crap you're going in life, you're like a grasshopper. Great on takeoff, you never know where you're going to land. Wait. And then you never know your energy's low because you're like, I don't even know what I'm doing. When you know what you're doing, you're like, dude, I know what I'm doing. Let's go. Energy. It increases your raise in necessity because you got great energy. Okay, you guys getting with me on this? These are sequential. Then because you've raised necessity, your performance is going to go off the roof. This is it. Develop the habit that gets you to the next level of productivity. We always talk about PQO, prolific quality output. Prolific quality output. So that how many of you know? I mean, you think about it. Like Brendan is so amazing at content. Like I don't know how he does it all. And I'm just blown away by how he's written like 6 books. He's like put out tons of podcasts. He's doing, building a software company. Like the quality, but it's high quality prolific output. It's just not working and being busy, not playing business. Because when you guys are out there, you can actually play business. You can act like you're busy and not freaking make the sales. And then your bank account isn't high productive either. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to be productive, not busy. There's a difference and a big difference. Why is it that somebody can go out there and sell 20 accounts a day, and another one 2? I'm talking about increase your skill set, because then you will increase your productivity. You guys with me on that? All right, that is the developing the habit that gets you to the next level, is to be productive. Don't play business. That really learn how to work so hard and have a clear vision on them. All right, the next one is, you talked about this one, Andrew, is to develop influence. So gain greater influence in your world so that people will believe you, buy from you, and invest in you. I always say this, if they like you, they'll listen to you, but you can get on the doors, be like, man, how you doing today? I'm doing wonderful. All right. You know, we're gonna be spraying bugs in next door. And you know, once we spray over there, they're gonna come crawling over here. We gotta do something around. I mean, have you seen any roaches in the house? You know what they're trophic, right? Like the roaches are triggering, they love to be touched on all sides. Now, have you seen any? Oh, you have. Oh, if you've seen one, there's actually quite a bit there. No, I better get in there and come check this out. You know, dust your feet off and walk in the door. Get your little flashlight out, you click it, and you just dust it off, and you just, hey, go to your mask. Be like, let's go look at these roaches. Come on. Show me where they're at. You got to develop influence, right? You got to think, you got to take charge. You got to think about that. What does it mean to develop influence? Why is that a habit? Talk to me. I want to know. You got any ideas?
Me?
Go back here.
Well, just like knowing people where it's like maybe something maybe not your strongest point, you can rely on those influences and those people that you kind of develop those relationships with to help you out with that.
Okay. So that's actually, you're looking at other, I'm talking about you developing influence. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, you're influential. Because people want to follow you. They want to be like you. I always say, if they like you, they'll listen to you. If they trust you, they will buy from you. If they have an experience with you, they'll never leave you. But if you transform their lives, then they'll be your massive disciples and shout your name and your brand and who you are from the rooftops. Those 4 things will change your life forever. If they like you, they'll listen to you. If they trust you, they'll buy from you. If you have an experience, if they have an experience with you, they will never leave you. And if you transform and change their lives, they will literally be a disciple of yours and shout. I mean, they will be a brand disciple of yours. Like, dude, I know John, he's the freaking man. Because what you're learning right now is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you know in life, it's who you help. You learn to do as much as you can for as many people as you can, as often as you can, and expect nothing in return. Watch what will happen in your lives. If you needed to call somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning, who would you call? If somebody called you at 3 o'clock in the morning, would you be for them? Would you be there for them? Jacob knows if he calls me and he needed something, I would be there. Because he's been influential in my life. And he's my friend. And we just don't snorkel, we scuba dive together. We're doing life together. So when you're with those people in your apartments and what you're doing, like what kind of influence are you doing? Are you a good influence? Are you a bad influence? Is your energy low? Are you dragging your whole team down? How do we break records at Point this year? How do we double our productivity? It's by getting everybody in the whole entire company on these points. That's why I love it that they're training you guys on these personal development things. I mean, just so you guys, I'm training Microsoft on that. We're training humongous companies on these skill sets right now. And they pay a lot of money on it. Jacob's cheap. He didn't pay me a lot of money. It was like $3.99 for you. I didn't even get a check off. But I want you guys to think about this. That's right. It's not who you know, it's who knows you and what they think about you and what they say about you. And I want you to think about like how do you grow such a powerful influence that you will never be stopped in life? Okay, you guys with me on that? All right. The last one is this, is to demonstrate courage. Who in here thinks they're pretty courageous? Okay. Tell me why you're courageous.
I feel like I'll just step up to any challenge that comes in.
Okay, you're ready for it, huh? You're ready for challenges. Who else is ready for challenges this year? Okay. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. What does it mean to demonstrate courage? What are we talking about here? What does it mean to have courage? Like my favorite one. My man, I love that you're here with us, Mama. Give me your name.
My name's Hawken.
Hawken.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Demonstrating courage, it's taking a risk for something that you believe in. Not
Okay.
really. Without.
Yeah, it's taking a risk. Like who's done amazing, who could share with us something courageous that they've done in their life? Something super scary. Scared the crap out of you, but you did it. Talk to me.
So I'm from Brazil and
Follow it.
yeah, I moved to US 3 years ago.
How many?
And- Huh?
3 years ago?
3 years ago, yeah, and of course, English is not my first language, Portuguese is my first language. And I mean, coming here was already really hard because I came by myself and leaving my family behind was really hard. But then settling was also a challenge.
Yeah.
Because like it's not just English is not my first language, and now I'm selling in English. So it's a lot harder. And I only did house summer last summer, but I still did really good.
The top 10 first year rep.
Can we give it up for this guy?
Get him.
I actually cannot I can feel it. Like you came here from another country. Like you came here from Brazil. Like now you're learning a new language, you're learning a new skill set. You have a whole new set of friends around you, right? Like that is awesome courage. And then you kick some butt at selling. Like seriously, that's amazing. Who else has done something? Give me
I just wanted to like one last piece on that. Gabe and I met and I remember him saying like, I'm nervous about this because I don't feel like I speak English well enough. And I had the blessing of hiring him and being out and watching his work ethic. And the reason why he sold more than most first year reps is he just the things that he could control. That kid has courage. Like he worked till the street lamps came on every night. And so he's an underdog, man.
I love it, dude. You give me some love, brother, dude. Freaking brigado, man, amigo. Awesome. I love it. Who else could share something courageous that they've done or overcome something super hard that they've done in their life?
I think a tough one. Last summer, I was working a really good job. I told my boss that I was going to leave to go knock doors, and he was actually my stake president at the time as well. And he told me to my face that I was going to fail and that I was going to crawl back to his company, and he was not going to offer me my job back. And so, insisting that I stayed, he offered me like a $5 pay raise to my hourly wage and told me that I needed to stay.
Killing it.
And I looked him in the eye and I told him I'm committed to this. I'm leaving. And I left. And the rest is history. Like it sucked. It was
Then
hard.
he made 6
Dude, but
figures.
why did that? Dude, when somebody tells me it cannot be got done, dude, I freaking get fired up, dude. I'm an Irish stump jumper, dude. I can't stop all that, dude. It's just like, but I'll always love, one of my favorites moments, somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with the sticker replied, that maybe he could have, but he wouldn't be one that said that he couldn't until he tried.
Yeah.
So he buckled right in with the traits of regret without doubting or quitting. So he buckled right in without, I mean, it's just, you think about that. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but I never, like, that gets me fired up.
It fueled
Let's
me
go.
the entire summer. And like when I got home, he was like, oh, I heard the summer went pretty good for you. Like, you need like a job right now. I was like, I don't need to work. Like, I got other priorities that I'm doing right now. And it just like solidified everything. It was just kind of like told you so.
I love it. Dude, let's give it up to this. Anybody else want to share? Huh? Anybody else? I know you're hesitating, but I'm with you. I'm with you, dude.
Yeah, so
Talk to me.
so this year we're adding, well, I got like a job.
Promotion, man.
Promotion.
So I'll be the female like training sales rep. So I'll be like kind of heading up this whole girls thing. I don't really know how that works. Like I'll be knocking with girls this summer and I'll be training them and like just helping elevate their game. And so like because of that, like I've reached out to a lot of different people in the sales industry. and have gotten in some really cool doors because of that. Like got into door-to-door con for free. Like somebody just offered that to me. And so I got to go to a bunch of different like networking opportunities because of that. And so I'm just really grateful for like the courage bone. Like just ask for help, and people have been really cool to give back.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Where did that courage come from?
My mom,
Your mom.
Yeah.
Give me your name again.
Kayla.
Kayla, can we give it up for Kayla? Woo! Part of what you must understand in life is that one of the most important things is to learn these 6 habits. If you want to just crush it. But dude, developing courage and that courage muscle has got to be built. Because you got what your guys are going to learn in your summers are going to be something that you're going to use the rest of your life. It's not easy going up the doors. No, but I had fun. I made it a game. I didn't care anymore. I could care less what people think about me then and now. It's between me and God, and I'm going to do the best that I can at everything that I do. I mean, this is a good example right here. How many of you guys are any mountain bikers in here? Hey, anybody done the whole enchilada at Moab? Who loves mountain biking? All right, you love mountain biking. All right, I like mountain biking, but I'm more of a road biker. In fact, just coming here on 8th North, you know, I did the Kona half Ironman, and I got ran over by a car, completely ran over. Car didn't see me, ran right through the stoplight, ran over top of me, ran over my chest and my legs, drug my bike, crushed everything. And it was just a miracle that I wasn't killed. They rushed me to the hospital. They literally threw me in the back of a Toyota. I remember the Toyota Tercel. That was a Toyota, yeah, Toyota Tercel. The guy was running as an ambulance driver that watched me get ran over, and he was running to work. He's like, get him in here. Dave Norton's like, no, he's calling my wife. It's not ran over, get in the hospital now. And I remember thinking, I was like, when I was getting ran over, everything was slow motion. I was like, if I don't die, my wife is gonna kill me when I get home. I was like, am I getting paralyzed? I got 6 kids. I've got 2 sets of twins. So I mean, you think about, like, I have a lot on my shoulders. It doesn't get any easier, it just gets better. And you get better. You develop stronger courage muscles. You get better at being high performance. You get better at raising different necessities. I don't think about myself anymore. I think about my family and those that matter most. But my courage muscle is different. But I remember it like I was afraid to get back on the bike for a little bit, like 2 days. And then I got back on. And I rode hard, and I overcame that. I was like, just thinking about that. And then a few weeks later, my buddy said, you guys want to come do the whole enchilada with us? It's 27 miles. And I'm like, yeah, I just got ran over. I'm going to go. And then they're like, dude, you're Garn. You're like the Rudy Hart. Dude, you got this. Go with this. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do it. Of course I'm going to do this. Let's go. Let's get this done. You know, like you throw the gauntlet down, I'm going to do it. And so we did this. And these are some of the trains we're going down. And I remember thinking to myself, like, it's 3 miles up, and it's like 26 miles down. And I remember going up, I was like, these guys are good. They're like done it, all of them have done it before. And I've got a new bike, little rock hopper. And I get up there, and all of a sudden I look down, I'm like, are you guys kidding? I'm like, I am gonna die. So I'm not kidding. My freaking heart was beating. And after 6 miles, I'm like, crashing, wiping out everything. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I freaking hate this. I am seriously. So my energy was low. I was ticked off. My courage muscle was low because I'm like, everybody else is like way ahead of me. They're having to wait for me. Because they're waiting for me, I'm mad. I'm like, I'm just mad that I'm freaking here right now. I got another 22 miles to go. And I remember a really awesome coach grabbed me by the face, Joe Morton. He grabbed me by the face. And he's like, Randy, you've got to follow the line. I'm like, there's a line? He's like, yeah, look. And he like grabbed me and he pointed. So I had been trying to make my own pathway the whole way down. I'm killing myself. I stuck a sagebrush in my rear. I literally pulled it out. It was bananas. And I was like, there is a line, you know. And that's what I'm trying to share with you guys with these 6 habits. I'm trying to show you there's a line for you to have massive success financially, emotionally, spiritually, and how to be high performing in every aspect of your life. That's why I'm Coach Garn. They call me Coach Garn. Because I know where the line is now. I know where the line is in life. I work with some of the most amazing CEOs and biggest thought leaders that you could ever imagine. I help them and I help them build and grow. So what I'm telling you is like, here's the line. For the rest of the time, like this is, we went up here and you go down, but the rest of the time was so fun. As soon as I knew it, my energy was high. I was like, yeah, baby. I was following Jerry down the hill. I was catching Jason. For the next 20 miles down, I enjoyed it. I loved it. I was doing freaking huge jumps. I got into the groove. I got into the flow. I want you guys to get into the flow in your life. If your energy is low and you're not in that flow, you will not have the highest success rate. You'll go to the doors and they'll feel that energy. They'll fear that you have the fear. But if you're there and you have tons of energy, confidence, love in your heart, you're going to have huge success in all that you do. I'm going to watch this last video here. Let's see. I want to share this. Like that's my family. That's my one. That's why I got courage. Right there. You know what? If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. I'm going to watch this last video here.
Mediocre people don't like high achievers, and high achievers don't like mediocre people. So if everybody doesn't buy into the same principles and values of the organization and the same high standard, you're never going to be successful. Just like our spring practice right now. You know what my goal with spring practice is? Get the right guys on the bus, get them in the right seats, and get the wrong guys off the bus. So one of these days, you're going to be working in an organization, and somebody's going to try to do that to you. So which one of those people do you want to be? Do you want to be somebody they're trying to get off the bus because you're satisfied with mediocre performance? Because you can never have any team chemistry in your organization if everybody's not committed to the same standard and the same things. You know, when I worked for Bill Belichick, we had one sign in the building. It was, do your job.
What do you say? Mediocre people don't like high achievers. High achievers don't like mediocre people. Like you think about that, and he said the most successful companies, and he, like Nick Saban, is looking like, I want everybody in here, in this whole company, to be high achievers, and to have that fire in their belly, to have the candles dancing in their eyes, and to go out there and have massive, massive success, because you can. You know, one of the great things about pest control is they keep making bugs. I don't know why. I swear when I was in Temecula and like Carlsbad, where I killed every single ant that was in that place, and they kept coming back. So that's a nice thing. You're always going to find bugs. It's one of the beautiful things about this life. So think about what you want to do. Is that I want you guys to think about this. Are you committed to excellence? Are you committed to be high achievers? Because if you will, this company could double in revenue, and you could double and triple the money you've ever made if you'll just put these habits to practice. I promise you, I'm not even joking. It's how bad do you want it? This is the excellence. And I love this. I remember my dad used to always say, like, can I trust you? Are you committed to excellence? And literally, are you doing your best? Those are the 3 questions I always ask my kids. Can I trust you? Can you trust yourself? Do you live up to your own commitments you make to yourself? 2, are you committed to excellence? Are you committed to everything you do? You're going to do excellent. I promise you, get that in your head. You will have so much success in your life. And then ask yourself, did I do my best today? Did I do my very best today? And those are the things I want to ask yourself. So, you think about this. At point, as you do this, and I'd be happy to want to answer a few questions too. But an individual's committed to a group effort. That is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization. And that's Vince Lombardi. And so I hope you guys love the guys that either are here at Point or are looking at Point. I know the owners. I know that, Aaron, Parker, I mean, this is just an amazing, amazing group of people. So I hope this has been helpful. I want to answer, I'll open up for a Q&A. Anybody got any good questions they want to ask? Joe?
Do you mind telling us about how you build energy physically, mentally, and emotionally?
Energy?
Yeah.
How I build energy.
Yeah.
So, you know what, I'm actually really, I'm glad you asked me that, because honestly, I think it actually starts with my journaling at night. Because I know exactly what I'm gonna do the next day. Like I knew, like, my energy is high because I'm actually very, very careful with the calendar. And I don't waste time on stuff that gives me low energy. So I am a high performer. I mean, I'm writing another book right now. I've got, you know, I'm on several massive boards. I run a private equity fund. You know, we invest in companies. Like every day, every second of mine, I'm giving it everything I got. So I think it starts with my calendar. It really does start with my calendar. Even when I was doing pest control, I'm like, I know I'm gonna get this many today. I knew how many doors I needed to knock to get 10 cells. And so it's like everything was dialed in. So that's one thing. I think the other thing is actually exercise. I never miss working out in the morning. Never. I mean, on Sundays I do. I take a day off and I rest. I will go for a walk on Sunday outside. But I think staying super, super healthy, like cutting out any crap that you're eating and anything like that, keep your physical energy high is so important where you have success. And then I think the third thing, Andrew, you're the man, dude. Hey, buddy. Okay. I think the third thing is like I started to really be conscious with who I hung around. And I got rid of anybody in my life that was starting to like, that was negative, that I was trying to rescue or whatever. And I made a list of 25 people that I wanted to be around and spend my most time with. And those are the people that I love, liked, and respected. And you know, some of the people that I hang out most now, I did pest control like 25 years ago together. For real. It's crazy. It's crazy. And so I have in my phone, I have my 25 favorites. And those are the people that I actually do like with. And if you're not in that 25 favorites, I'm not going to give you a lot of time. I'm going to do business with you. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be kind and nice to everybody, but everybody doesn't get on my calendar. Like I'm here because Jacob and Gabe and Theron and you guys. I wanted to give back tonight. Tonight was a night I wanted to come and serve you guys. So that's how I keep high energy. I'm very clear what I'm doing. I keep super, super healthy. And I also like who I hang around makes a massive difference. So
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
oh, man.
Yeah. What was maybe a point in your life that you can look to, like look back on, and it was like a turning point for you? Or like something clicked, like something changed.
You know, I think for me, oh, there's been so many. Like, and I just keep getting better. Like I'm just getting started. But you know, I think there was a turning point when I actually was doing pest control, and I had a car that we called Goldie. It was barely running, dude. I'm surprised we even got to California. We drove from, you know, to California, and I remember like we were out there for about I don't know, it was probably like a month and a half. And me and Justin Thielen, we were trying to freaking kill it, break records and everything. And like we're driving out to Temecula from Carlsbad, and the freaking car starts overheating, starts going down. And I remember that it like was done. The car just gave up, hit the ghost. It was done. There was nothing left. In fact, even the cop, when he pulled over, he's like, "This car's done." Like pulled over, like, dude, I'm like, I have to get 10 cells. And I remember thinking like that was an obstacle that came. I did not have the money to buy a car. And I knew my parents didn't have the money to buy me a car. And I literally sat on the curb. I literally said a prayer. And I said, you know what, God, help me right now. Just have some peace and to have courage. That I'm going to make it through. I'm going to get married. I got to buy a ring. You know? And it all worked out awesome. Like things happen. But I had a choice. Because in my mind, a few times, it's like, give up, Garn, give up, Garn, give up, just go home. You shouldn't be here. You should just go back to college. Why are you doing this? And I remember like literally looking up to heaven, said, I am gonna do this. And I'm gonna hit the 500 and I'm gonna find a way. And so got on the phone, we got back, and I was able to find a car for like $1,500, finance it. I bought my wife's wedding ring at Costco for $710. She's got a different ring today, right? But that was a point in my life where I was like, I had a choice to either be great or be mediocre. And I chose to be great. And I chose to create my own destiny. And I'm proud of myself for doing that. Because too many people give up, but that's the exact time where you need to freaking get courage in your heart and say, I can, I will, I must. What else? Any others?
What's your morning routine?
So my morning routine is I go to bed at 10:30 every night. I think I did the sleep doctor, and I'm just telling you, another reason energy is high is I actually try to go to bed at the same time every night, and I try to wake up at the same time every morning. It's so important for me. Like my energy, my stamina, my mental clarity, I've noticed. And so I will literally, I get up at 5:15 for 30 minutes. I study my scriptures. That's the very, very first thing I do. I will get up, study my scriptures. I'll pound a ton of water right when I get up, and I will literally listen to a conference talk. And while I'm listening to it or studying my scriptures, I'll actually write notes, and I'll take, I have a process to do that. So I'm listening and I'm writing at the same time. And that actually helps me with like really just maintaining a lot of that. And then right after that, at 6 o'clock, I'm working out from 6 to 7:15. And so I've got a whole routine, cardio here, down in my basement. I'm like, hey, this is it. So I'm actually signed up for two triathlons this year. And I'm going to do the 2020 and 2024 Ironman again. And so I have to do that because I do love the heat too. I have to stay after it. But that's what my morning routine is at. And then I'll read scriptures with the kids before they go to bed. So 7:15 in the shower, by 7:45. So those are some of the things that I do. So yeah, little morning routine there. Okay. Well, listen, I have loved being here. Did you have one more? We got time for one more there, and we got to call it quits.
I'm just curious how you balance the family portion of your life as well as obviously involved. So like, how do you be involved and succeed really well in all of those aspects? Work as well as really healthy family life.
No, it's interesting because I get that question a lot. I do have 6 kids. I got 2 sets of twins, and everybody's like, "You twins run in your family?" I'm like, "Yeah, all over the freaking house, all the time." I don't really know if there's balance, but I do think there's harmony.
I think, yeah, that's why I didn't say balance, I said health, whatever, like,
Yeah.
that healthy family life.
A lot of people that I want to have a good work-life balance. Like I'm always working because I love it, but I'm always with my kids. I take my kids on trips with us. They come to me with conferences. Like I make sure I shut down. Like Saturdays and Sundays are family time. And when I get home, I put my phone away. The most important thing that I've found with my family is to be present. Is that when I'm there, I'm with them and I'm present with them and I'm focused on them. And when I'm at work, I'm focused on work. So you have to, like, again, that goes back to my calendar, is that I actually schedule family time. I make sure I don't miss ballet, make sure I don't miss soccer games. My twin boys, I'm their head football coach. I'm literally coaching them because I want to be there with them. They came up to me 3 years ago and they're like, Dad, 2 years ago, they're like, Dad, you need to be our coach. You're Coach Garn. And I remember thinking in my head, I don't have time. Like, and I almost said that. And then all their buddies were around there, like, yeah, you need to be our coach. It's the funnest thing I do. And I look forward to it. We're the Saints, dude. We're freaking rock and roll. Like, it's so fun. I had Ruby come talk to my team. He talked to the whole team. We took second, and they're going to win this year. But I mean, those are what I do. I have to consciously make time. Because I work so hard and I have a lot of energy and I'm gonna get stuff done, but you honestly have to make time for what's most important. And you're gonna remember me, if you don't have your own goals, someone else will use you for theirs. I try to make sure that I spend time with my wife, my kids, and it's really, really important. So, okay. I love it. You guys ready? Who's got the 6? Can we say them real quick? You guys ready for them? All right. Seek clarity. Everybody say them together. Seek clarity. All right, you guys all stand up. Stand up. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time, but I want it with gusto. I can. I'm gonna. Ready? I can.
Promise you that's $1 million message. Okay? Internalize that, and you just did it for free. So give him another hand. He understands value, guys. He understands what it means to build people. And if you implement that in your teams and your spell and as your training and recruit, you're gonna generate and you're gonna manifest that same energy. So next week, Wednesday, here 8 p.m. That's our next training. See you guys there. Have a good night.